There are a lot of custom built homes in Bozeman, but when I say this one's custom, every single thing about this home is different from anything else that you're going to see in town. Let's go take a look. This home was built in 2018, and then they added on to it in 2022. It sits on that cul-de-sac. And let me come down here a little bit so you can see behind the aspen trees there, you can see there's a really cool glass breezeway, which we will see once we're inside, but you can see there's solar on the roof. There's a lot of natural landscaping, but then also there's a lot of flowers and other landscaping closer to the home, so we'll see that in just a second. Such a cool and unique property you don't see in Bozeman. So you can see the main road is here, so all of this space is also part of the property. It's gravel, but there is the concrete pad in front of the garage. We aren't going to look in the garage today because their pupper dogs are in there, and I was told they'll bark, so that's okay. The garage isn't the most exciting thing to see. But you can see they have a ton of flowers, and they've really had fun with the landscaping. Lots of butterflies and honeybees. They have extensive drip irrigation throughout the property as well, so you can keep up on all of this. And then you'll see that there's a wood burning stove inside, and they have an outdoor kitchen space that they use wood for, so you have wood storage here, a gate to the backyard, and then there's another gate on the other side of the garage to get to the backyard as well. So this is on a cul-de-sac, so your neighbor, point the camera down, your neighbor right here is across the way, and then there is two more lots out there, kind of right over here. It's just like a garage and a greenhouse and a garden area currently, so I don't know what the plans are for it later on. I'll walk over here and show you. Okay, so you can see it better. And then you can kind of see where the flags are. So the neighbor directly to the west of them has stakes in the ground, and some dirt's been moved, so I would imagine construction on that will be starting here soon. So there's only 4 lots on this cul-de-sac. All right, let's go inside. Okay, so let me back up here a bit. You can see when you walk in, concrete floor, and then you have this bench seating and your coat rack, and then you have these built-ins as well. I really love the green color, and the light fixture matches as well. And then from this entry, it opens up into the rest of the home. So let me take off my shoes and I will show you around. So this home was built 2018, and then in 2022 they added on the breezeway and the rest of the house that you'll see here in a minute. So this is the original part of the home. As you can see, the concrete goes throughout this area. Kitchen overlooks the backyard. But let's start over here. So lots of big windows, vaulted ceiling, huge ceiling fan as well. This is an oversized sofa, so you can fit quite a bit of furniture in this space, oversized chairs as well. And then you can see it's a wood-burning fireplace right here. And then across from that is your kitchen. So large center island, beautiful black countertop. You can see the veining in it. You do have your gas burners in the island. Appliances are all KitchenAid. And then these are definitely unique cabinets. You're not going to see cabinets like this in every house. Even the hardware is unique, but very special. Really love this huge window. And then you can see the floating shelves on this end. And then if you go through the kitchen, I'll take you outside in a minute, but just show you the doors there. But then this is essentially your pantry. And I'll walk all the way through it and then I'll come back to the cabinets. You can see here you have prep sink or a beverage sink, wine fridge, countertop. Looks like stainless steel to me. But very open concept, very unique. So you have full built-in cabinetry. I picked the one cabinet that had something come out at me, so one moment while I adjust. There we go. Let's try another one. Okay. You can see there's shelving. So lots of storage in here for sure. You can use one side for pantry, one side for other storage, or if it was me, it would all be pantry, but your call. And then from here you have your dining space on the other side of the TV and the fireplace. Cool light fixture. And you have this long picture window, as wide as the space. And then if you go around the dining table, you have these really cool stairs. They look like a solid piece of wood. I don't know for sure if they are, but it certainly looks like it. And then you have this floating staircase. Jeez. I hurt myself. So you have a vaulted ceiling up here as well. It's a very big space. You can see the desk there, and then this is definitely a king-size bed. And then you still have room on this side as well. And there is more space back here for storage. Couldn't tell you exactly how deep it is, but maybe 10 feet. And then in here you have a full bath with really deep cabinet space. This can make a really great guest suite. You can see it is a fiberglass tub and then tile surround. And I'll try and kind of give you a close-up of the tile because it's a textured tile. There we go. having technical difficulties. All right, we head back downstairs. All right, so from here, there's this really cool breezeway that we're approaching. Right before that, you have an extra room here. This could be a really good playroom if you have kids, homework area. Office space. There's a lot you can do with this space for sure. And then right across from that is powder bath. I love how every room has its own unique finishes, and it also has its own unique light fixtures. Let's see if I can slide this over. From here, it opens up to mechanical. Try to back up so you can get a better view of the door. Reclaimed wood. Track. And you have this really cool breezeway. So that's the street there, south facing. North facing. These trees are still fairly young, so you already have quite a bit of privacy from the trees, but it will definitely fill in a little more too. The first time I walked through this, I felt like I was in that movie. Now I can't remember. When Stranger Calls, I think. The call's coming from inside the house. So at the breezeway, let me take you back here for a second. At the breezeway, the concrete ended, and this is the part of the home that was added on in 2022. So here you have wood floors, starting in the laundry room. Theme that goes on through this house is the amount of storage space. There's so much storage space, it's amazing. And lots of counter space as well. So you have a utility sink in here. Moving on. This first bedroom. And it's about 90 degrees outside right now, if I had to guess. And the mini splits that they have throughout the house are keeping it very cool in here. You can see one in this room. And there is radiant heat as well. Motion light. So it's a Jack and Jill bath with a separate room for the toilet and the shower. It's a really cool tile. And then shower is tile as well. Might be hard to tell in the video, but it's a very deep green. And then from here, this awesome sink. And you have some more storage space. And then from this bathroom, you can go into the other bedroom. This room also has a mini split. Something to note, these armoires in the corner, there's one in the other room as well, is the closet for each of these rooms. I do not see an additional closet. This wallpaper is cars. All right. So from this wing of the home, you can get to the backyard from there as well. And we're going to continue past the stairs, and then we'll come back to do the upstairs and the downstairs. And then from here you have the primary suite. King size bed. It's a very wide room. Lots of space in here. The furniture is pretty large, so you can definitely kind of configure it how you would like. This large window looks out over the backyard. There's another, I'm assuming it's still considered a mini split. It just is built, oh, sorry, zoom, there we go. It's built into the ceiling, so it looks a little bit different, but still for air. And then here's your primary bath and closet. So, closet to your left when you walk in. Tons and tons and tons of space. Lots of shelving, rails, and cabinetry. And the flooring is that same wood flooring throughout the rest of this wing. And then when you're in the bathroom portion of this room, it switches to the tile. So you have dual vanities, all wood. And you have two mirrors. One is not over the sink. I would consider that more of like a makeup vanity area, or whatever you want to use it for. And then across from that, you have a very deep soaker tub. And then you have a walk-in shower space. You do have a floating shelf in the shower. And you can see the privacy glass. And then from in here, you can access the outside. So currently over there is the cul-de-sac. There's only one home here, and then directly across the way, they have staked out another home. Don't know what the plans are for it, but there will be a home built on the other side of that tree. And then this is the north facing. And you can see your closest neighbor. There won't be another home between you and them. And then you also have the toilet in a separate room with additional shelving. All right. Let's go upstairs. I love the mix of textures and fabrics in this house. It's just very unique to see something like this in this area. So you can go outside, or you can go up a couple more steps and you have a little loft space. And there is a hatch there, but I'm not going to move the mattress to open it, but I'm assuming it's a storage nook. So before we go outside, you can see it's just a wall of windows. this is your rooftop deck. Wood, as you can see, raised beds. I'm not sure what the intention is of that section. See if I can find out. But you have some privacy up here. All the way around, you can see there's conduit running all the way around, so you do have power up here as well. Lots of space. And then over here you have the hot tub. So it's a very smoky day, so you're probably not going to be able to see the views that well, but from up here we'll do our best. So if you can see the cars over there, that is going to, so if you go this way, you're going up to Big Sky. If you go about half a mile that way, you're in Four Corners at the main light. And then there are some Bridger views. If you look in this area, it's really hard to tell because of the smoke today. But from up here, you do have some Bridger views. And then overlooking the backyard, it is super hot out, but by this part of the staircase, it's already very cool. There's also a little doggy door. I did not point that out before. All right, we'll continue downstairs. Concrete floors, concrete walls, wood ceiling. Big windows. You can see there's a staircase to the backyard that goes up outside. And then there's another one over there. Oh, look, there's a kitty. Really cool space. Feels super private the way the landscaping is, just with the grading. Okay, so this is just storage. Not much to see in here. I can't quite get in there, but it's a water heater. Sorry, we're gonna have to skip that one, but it's just a water heater, nothing too exciting. All right, and then you have a bathroom with a tiled shower and tub. I'll show you the tile. It does have a niche there. And then you have another bedroom. This is a really big dresser, and it's a queen size bed to give you an idea of size. And then you can see the window well. And your closet is over here. Great spot for a workout room. You can keep it nice and cool. They do have some thick rubber mats down in here as well. All right, let's head to the backyard. So you can see there's a lot of aspen trees out here. Really provides a lot of shade. Your outdoor kitchen, firewood. There's a little sand pit, fire pit, and additional seating here with a big bench. You can see there's like basil and other herbs and lots of flowers. This is concrete pavers, and then it opens up into the lawn. So right over here is the staircase down to the basement that we saw earlier. That window is your primary suite. This is where the grading changes, so you get that privacy feeling in the basement. And the staircase for that side. So it does continue. You can see where the fence line is. It continues to that fence line, but not all of it is mowed, as you can see. I want to show you over here. You can hear all the bugs, all the crickets. So they have a little trail behind the archery target up there. And then they have it mowed. I have such wussy feet. I should have put my shoes on. Oh well. They have it mowed to this little fire pit area over here. So you're in the back corner of the property. You have this berm all the way around you, so you have a ton of privacy in this adorable fireplace area. And then from over here, you can see they have another sitting area and a tire wall, retaining wall. Those look like they're both, I don't know if they're both cherries, but definitely both, if not that third one over there, are fruit trees. They look like cherry trees, but I'm not an expert. Oh, it's a trampoline. I didn't see that before. In-ground trampoline. Now you can see the trampoline better. You can see the cherries. And then on the other side of the yard, you have a garden. Right over there. So you have a fence space on that side, which is the chicken coop. And then over here you have the garden. It's a really large chicken coop space. Lots of trees and shade, and it's really set up so they can forage well. And then over here, you have the rest of the garden and the chicken coop itself. So you can see they have this run here. Neither are covered, so that's up to you if you want to cover it, but 2 separate runs for the chickens. I'll have to find out if the Airstream stays. I would imagine it does. And the Vespa. So you have another gate to the other side of the garage right here. And this, such a cute area. Corn, raspberries, lots of flowers. There's quite a few raspberries on there that need to be eaten. Strawberries. Looks like there's some dill over there. Place is such a fun and unique property that you don't usually see in Bozeman. I would love to know what your favorite thing about this house was, and subscribe for more Bozeman property tours.